Hey, let's talk about something fun this time.
Well, now that nobody's watching,
I know.
yeah, we really kind of burned the bridges of Madison County last time, didn't we?
Oh,
No.
it's fine. We were respectful. Hopefully everyone else will be too.
No.
Please.
All right, I'm dreading this out. And the best part is we're recording these in advance, so that video, and this video aren't going to be out for like weeks, and I'm going to forget,
Yeah. So,
and I'm going to
hey,
get, I'm going to get yelled.
yes. It's
All right.
gonna get nuts. So let's talk about something that's so not controversial that no one could possibly ever have bad thoughts. What do you think?
Good luck. Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk about Fallout.
Okay. Wow. Talk about just changing gears hard. Okay. Wow. All right.
So I want to get. I know we've discussed it like in the privacy of our Skype chats,
Yeah.
at length many times, but I wanted to get your take on the changes to Fallout 4 lately. You know,
Lately?
like I guess the whole thing really, like.
All right.
how-
I now Snoop, just so you guys know, Snoop has played Fallout for a long time. Did you play Fallout 1 and 2 around their inception?
Yeah, when they were released, yeah.
Okay.
I got them from CompUSA.
Wow.
I had them on floppy disks. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you didn't get them
Actually,
from,
no. Fallout 1 had a CD.
Oh, wow.
It was-
Fallout
it was-
2
it
went
was
back
CD.
to floppies? Weird.
No, Fallout
Okay.
2 had a CD as well.
Okay. I honestly, okay, so for me, ironically, I wasn't much of a PC gamer until relatively recently.
Right.
Okay. I mostly played console. I was a kid of the 80s and 90s, so I played
Console
console. So yeah, I pretty much played console, and I was content with that.
Okay.
I did have I played like The Sims, SimCity. I played what was that superhero MMO? City of Heroes. Yeah, I played that with a buddy of mine. I played some Warcraft, World of Warcraft,
Yep.
and StarCraft back in the day.
I remember that.
And those were generally mostly because there wasn't a whole lot else that you could play some of them on console. Like I know they had StarCraft on the 64, but it wasn't great. But yeah, so there was only a small handful of games that I played on the PC, which is ironic because that's my job now. Even to the point where when Fallout 76 got announced, I pre-ordered on the Xbox One, not thinking, oh yeah, all my friends are going to play it on the PC.
Right.
Obviously, I didn't pick it up on the Xbox One, but I got the beta code to play it on the Xbox One, and I played for like an hour one night and switched over to PC. So Fallout 3 was my first endeavor into the Fallout series. I honestly fell in love with the game. I really, really did. And I think for me, and this is pretty normal when I think most people that play games, because of that being like the first one, I compare everything to that. And
Fallout
not
3.
Yeah, and not necessarily in a very positive way. In a horribly negative way. So like New Vegas was fine. I had no problem on it, but I will admit that anytime someone says like, "Oh, New Vegas is one of my favorite," I kind of scoff because there were parts of it that just made it not Fallout 3. So because of that, I wasn't a huge fan, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad game. Really what it was I just had a problem. I loved in Fallout 3 how, it shows you from birth. It kind of shows you from the get-go.
Like the tutorial walked you through the world of Fallout in limited terms. Kind of like how getting you used to it before it thrust you headlong into it.
But New Vegas, it was like you were already a wastelander, and
you're
then
already out there.
You got shot and you lost your memory and you're hunting him down and all this stuff. But like I said, still wasn't bad. Now I played Fallout 4, but the big difference now is that I played Fallout 4 as for the other channel, which I swear that Heather are going to get back to.
You swear.
That's going to be our
January 1st.
Maybe even before then. So.
Well, there you go.
Anyways,
let's put a timestamp on it.
That's we're hoping. We have videos. I don't even remember what's on the videos we have. Anyways, so I only played it in a recording manner, which kind of makes it. Oh, did I run out of power? Is this going to give enough power? Okay, it's good. I really couldn't focus on the game as much.
Yeah. Because
I was talking, chit-chatting, that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I really didn't get, nearly as much enjoyment out of it because it wasn't something personal. I mean, Fallout, I explain to people in Fallout 3, there's a point where you finally meet up with your dad, and it's been so long since I played it, but I remember there was a point where you met up with your dad, and then he said, all right, there's plot. And then he's like, I'm going to go to this place. Meet me there when you can. Okay. And to get from where I was to where he was probably going to be, I don't know, 20 to 30 minutes of gameplay. It was a place I had already been, and it was a place I knew how to get to. And even if I didn't even fast travel, if I just took my time, maybe half an hour of gameplay, right? Well, I played 40 hours of the game in that window. I avoided where he was because I didn't want to continue on with the plot, and I just went exploring. I found the Republic of Dave. I found, a lot of like these side quests that have absolutely nothing to do with the game. I opened up pretty much the entire map in that window of time, and I loved it. It was really just a case of I think I just forgot where he was, and I stumbled on him. I was like, oh yeah, main plot. That's cool.
But I was doing this.
But when I played Fallout 4, there was a lot of downtime. So when, and this kind of goes back to the us talking about, doing YouTube, which by the way, and God, I hate when I cannot remember people's names when I'm in video because I don't have it in front of me because I always say their name and I'm like, okay, I gotta remember the time. I had someone mention that said, after our talk about doing YouTube that, they've been procrastinating about doing YouTube for months, maybe even years now, because of basically a paranoia that people aren't going to like it. And I'll tell you right now, I
think I saw that comment.
Yeah. You guys would not be watching this right now if I listened to that paranoia.
Yes.
So,
So good on you.
I'll tell you right now, I've been doing this for 4 going on 5 years. I'm still convinced people don't like it, and I'm okay with that. So, I need to make one of these. Oh, no, one of these. Quartz glass, iron, redstone. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, just do it. Just, to whoever you were, and I feel bad, except just do it. It's not going to hurt anything. I mean, you can't be embarrassed if nobody's watching. So, and if people are watching, well, then you're doing something right. It's that simple.
Yep.
So,
how do you think we got here?
I know.
Anyways.
I know. Suckers. Anyways, but the hell was it we were originally talking about?
Fallout. New Vegas.
Oh, Fallout. Fallout 4, I really didn't get a chance to truly enjoy because of the fact that I was recording it.
Right.
So, and I'm pretty far into it. So, maybe I'll go back, maybe, but it wasn't bad. I'll admit so here's something that I'll tell you that 76 did for me. In Fallout 4, I wasn't opposed to it, but I wasn't a huge fan of the scrapping things and building your own house and all that stuff. Probably admittedly because I played Minecraft and I was like, okay,
that's all Minecraft does.
Exactly. So, but I will say in Fallout 76, having to build the bases and that kind of stuff, because, in Fallout 4, you can kind of just live wherever. If there's a bed, you can, whatever. You just
crash
live
it.
there. Exactly. You
Yep.
squat it. You can't really do that the same in 76. So it made me kind of appreciate it. So there's a small part of me that almost wants to go back and play with that function a little more. By the way, we have an M&E system up with 264K storage cells in it.
Nice.
So it wants us, and I think either in between this episode and the next 4 we have to do in a week, or at worst during the 2 weeks that we're off, I'm probably going to clean up things down here. This week I'll probably move stuff into the ME system, but I don't know, we'll see. But there we go. I made 2 panels for us. So
nice.
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the game. There's, little things that I wish it had from Fallout 4, but I'm also logical enough to realize that it can't. Probably the biggest thing that drives me crazy is there's no maps inside the buildings. You have the map to get to somewhere, but there's no map for when you're inside a building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, and even Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, they had a local map versus a world map.
Yep.
Like, for my particular, I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. I got started in Fallout 1 using the old special GURPS system. And
that sounds painful.
Yeah. It's
just the word. I don't even know what it means, but just the word.
The general universal role-playing system.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
And it's that, and they made the Fallout 1 as tabletop-y as possible. It's the isometric. It's the 1.5 view isometric kind of look to it. It's got the flat spaces, and you move hexes, and it's turn-based combat. All that stuff. I loved it. I loved it because of the story. And also because it was fun to walk up to a super mutant with a 10mm submachine gun and then take your shot when you have bloody mess and the guy turns into a pile of chunks. Because that's awesome to have that kind of feeling. And also I was, an 11-year-old kid. But Fallout has always resonated as a really fun system, a really fun game to play. And Fallout 2 expanded on that because not only did it have slightly better graphics and much bigger story and much bigger world to explore, but it also progressed from where you left off, from Fallout 1.
Yeah.
The plot progressed further from that point, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. I got a sense of continuity. Yeah, I'm still on the West Coast, still doing that, but hey, that little town I saved in Fallout 1 ended up becoming the new California Republic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And oh yeah, by the way, there was a whole story of the Vault Dweller from way back when. Oh yeah, that was me in Fallout 1. That was cool.
Yeah.
I did all this cool stuff, and I saved the world, and it was really cool. And then when Fallout 3 came out, and that was like, it had been over a decade between then. And Interplay had gone under, Black Isle Studios was gone, and it looked like Fallout was basically said and done. Yeah. And there were some rumblings that some people wanted to have, they wanted to bring back Fallout in some capacity by doing, called Project Van Buren. And it was supposed to be 3-dimensional, and I saw like, oh, here's a snapshot of your character laying down cover fire, and it's just, a guy in a full suit of power armor stepping out with a minigun and just spraying an area down in real time. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And then Fallout 3 comes out. And it was just, wow. Yeah. This is amazing. It's using the Oblivion engine, which Oblivion was great. I played that game to hell and back. And I loved it. And now I'm playing Fallout. And it's first person. And I could see how they modeled the 10mm gun, the iconic sidearm from the game. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And I saw the Mr. Handy robots, and I'm like, yes! Fallout 4 built upon that. New Vegas did that for that case too. Because New Vegas also brought back that lore from Fallout 2 and 1. the NCR was there, and all this stuff was still going on, and everything's thriving. But all this crazy crap's also happening in the Vegas wasteland.
Now, see, that's the thing. Now, that might be another reason why some people are bigger fans of Fallout New Vegas, because there were ties to the original games, games I never played.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
in my opinion, I don't find any fault for people. Bless you. You only get one.
Two. We're good. No, I got two.
Okay.
I wasn't
I don't find any fault for people who liked Fallout 3 but hated Fallout 4, or liked Fallout New Vegas but hated Fallout 3. I don't fault them for that. It's each their own. They have their own flavors. I liked Fallout 4. I really liked Fallout 4. I really liked the base building in Fallout 4. Yeah, the scrapping things, breaking things down into straight parts. I downloaded a mod that lets me scrap anything. That as soon as they put out the machinery stuff to give the base assets for it, I got that mod so fast it was just, my computer spun a little bit. You know, it was great because, oh yeah, a bunch of raiders attacked. Okay, you can take them out, and then you pick up their bodies and throw them on the machine, and oh look, you got fresh meat. Or look, oh, a death claw. Oh look, death claw leather. Great, you can extract that from them. Scrap anything.
Yeah.
And just cool stuff. Such cool stuff. And that's kind of why I'm digging Fallout 76, because that's also got a good chunk of that in there. It basically is Fallout 4 online. It's like Red Dead Redemption 2 came out not too long ago. And people are digging Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's an amazing, immersive story. And I'm actually really looking forward to getting it for PS4.
Are you going PS4, or are you going to wait for PC so we can play together?
That's the problem, huh?
Yep.
I guess I gotta wait for PC. But then Red Dead Redemption Online came out. And it's like, wow. It's not only that, it's not only just playing the same world as Red Dead Redemption 2, but it's also it's the full world. It's everything. And it's nuts.
It is.
How the heck do you put these factory bits on top of this thing? I had the structure built. It's on top.
Okay.
And it says, okay, I got the whole thing in place. It says that no power cell, no importer, no exporter.
Okay.
Do I put the power cell above where
you put those below the under, and they don't have to be touching it. No. Like, take it downstairs.
Oh, really?
And and you have to put them in a specific order. I think it's.
Oh, maybe I just can't see it because I'm on top, and I just can't take a look.
Yeah. You could put it, that's what I was trying to say. You could put this down there, and as far as I remember, it doesn't have to be touchy. Now, if you want, you could put it right underneath the factory layout block and have it like hanging from the ceiling. But I think it's, I don't remember the exact order. And then you have to hook up, and there might be a picture, you might have to Google it, but there's a certain order. No, I think you have to put them in a straight line. And then you got to put chests on the side of, this, the importer and the exporter, and you got to put, hook power up to the other one.
Is this back 1.12 or 1.10?
12. This is 12.2.
Okay. Woot. Setup.
Yeah. So, all right. No, I dig the game. I will admit, I don't think I'm as much into it as everyone else is. I don't dislike it. I'm not in any way, shape, or form bad-mouthing it, but I know, like, I'm pretty... And you know what? It might have nothing to do with the game. It might have to do with the fact of, this is my job.
Yeah.
So I have 3 of those. So yeah, I don't play it, I only play it when we stream it.
Right.
I've done a little bit of what would be more off-camera work, because of like getting wood and stuff to build structures, because that's pretty boring when you're just watching, sitting there watching me try to figure it out.
Okay.
But yeah, I know like you, Tegan, Gerald, even Heather, a lot of you guys. I mean, you played it the most. You're like level what, 50, 60 now?
67, I think.
Yeah, pretty much 95% of what I've done in that pack um, was on stream and seen on stream. So I'm digging it. The funny, I think the only thing for me is, and this is gonna sound kind of dumb, Fallout was always a very personal game.
Yeah.
Meaning, it was just something that I did for me. Um, and I think that's why I had trouble getting into Fallout 4, because at that point it stopped being a personal game. It was, I'm doing this on YouTube. It became something more for, the people watching to enjoy. And I was more concerned about their enjoyment than I was mine, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense.
But yeah, no, when I played Fallout 3, I got really engulfed into the story. I got, was really, the Enclave and all of the side quests and all that stuff. I got super engulfed in the story. Even in Fallout New Vegas, I got pretty engulfed into the story.
Oh man, when I found the Enclave was in Fallout 3,
yeah,
because they were introduced in Fallout 2.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, no way, no. You're saying that the Enclave is here too? Still, that's nuts. Because that's all it was. It was just the Enclave. They're the big bad evil guys. But yeah, it blew my socks off.
Yeah, and even in New Vegas, I was really into the story, and I think that's why I kind of picked the story apart a little bit, because I didn't have the same connection with that one as I did 3. Which, if that's one someone likes better, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. The problem is with 4, it wasn't mine. It was something I was doing for other people, and it's kind of the same thing with 76, where not only it was for the people who was watching stream, but it was also with you guys. It wasn't personal anymore. A lot, like, when if we got into a conversation, we'll save this for another stream because we're actually at the end. We'll get into a conversation sometime about some of our favorite video games and why. Every one of mine is a single player game.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, every single one, what I would consider to be my favorite games.
Is a single player game. It's a game I can play with myself that I have gotten super into.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, and usually for me, it's story based. Now, sometimes there can be too much story. I will admit there's times in Final Fantasy games where I'm just like, wait, who are they talking about? What's going on?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, exactly. But, some of them, like I said, it's I enjoy playing the game because I want to see, because I care about who's in it. It's the same thing when you watch a movie. If all the actors are just annoying you, it could be an amazing plot. You're going to think it's a garbage movie, right?
Right.
Like, I'll give you a good example right as we leave, because we were talking about it last episode. Matt Damon in
The Martian.
The Martian.
Amazing.
Great, right?
He played it perfectly.
Honestly, I believe that one of the early people they wanted was DiCaprio. Exactly. It would have been the same script. It would have been the same story. It would have been the same plot line. DiCaprio's a good actor. There's nothing wrong with it. But it wouldn't be the same. Now, the funny part is, if it was DiCaprio and we loved the movie, and then I said Matt Damon, and you're like, the Dogma guy? You'd probably hate that idea too. But
Dogma guy, yeah. Dogma.
It's a really random reference to. There's a
million. I got you.
There's a lot of much bigger Matt Damon movies I could have went with, but I went with
Silent Bob there. I got you.
So, but yeah. So I mean, like I said, the Fallout. I think Fallout 76 for what it is great. Is there hiccups? Is there bugs? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's weird how much just straight up blind hatred there is for it out there.
Yes.
There's so many people that are just so absolutely bent out of shape about that game. I don't get it.
It's like, before we wrap up, because it is time, I have to say, if you people who are out there watching right now do have that kind of level of blind hatred, take a step back. Take a step back and think about the game as it is now, and don't even disconnect it with Fallout. Think of it as another MMO out there that is an MMO FPS that features a radioactive wasteland with a bunch of robots, and the content is player driven. It's primarily player driven.
And also, if you think about all that, and you still don't like it, fine.
Then you don't have to play Fallout.
Just shut up about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's
okay not to like things.
It falls into that same vein of the religion thing we were talking about. If there's someone who likes the game, you're not going to convince them to hate the game by talking about it.
And if they like the game and you don't, there's no harm in them liking the game.
Yep. So.
There is no harm. It's not hurting you that they happen to like the game that you don't like.
Damn.
It just means that they're enjoying it. But anyways.
All right,
yeah, let's try to wrap up. I want to keep this on.
My face is leaking.
And my pizza should be here any second now. So, guys, I want to thank you all for joining us for this episode of Automaton. If you liked it, please leave a like, leave a comment, love seeing that kind of thing. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, HostHavoc. If you like recording Minecraft servers and more, go check out HostHavoc in the description down below. Be sure to use referral links to know who has the best fans. It's clearly us.
Yep.
And as always, just remember, if you want to hear us talk about stuff and shout our stupid opinions at things, just leave a comment. Let us know. We love it.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, this is not coming out until a couple weeks later.
We're not going to
probably should have said this
until January. Yeah,
we'll get stuff later. Anyway, but hey, well, that was a nice little build up. So.
Yep. There you go.
Anyways, guys. Yeah. So that'll be fun. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.